welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to solve the 5x5 Rubik's Cube. It's one step bigger than the 4x4 here that I made a video on, and it's much bigger actually if you ask me, because the pieces are almost way smaller. If you haven't watched my 3x3 video, it's the main video corresponding to the 4x4 and 5x5. So the 3x3 pretty much helps both of them. So please go watch that. And if you haven't watched my 4x4, watch that, because that'll teach you the centers and the edges more. So now let's get started. Mix it up. Now, as you can see, my cube has a higher chance of breaking, so I'm doing it a little slower when you scramble. Okay, that's good enough, I think. So, once you scramble it, you realize, oh, it's a 5x5. It's odd. Like the 3x3 is odd. 3 is odd by 3 is odd, so it'll have a center. But the 4x4 is 4x4, so it won't have a center. You'll have to create a. But the 5x5 is 5x5. It's odd by odd, but there's a center. But you still have to create a center. So first step is make a line in the white center. So like this, you would just create a line like this. White, you just make a white line and then make 2 more lines to make the rest of it. Now it's just a little more difficult to make the center because you have to work on lines instead of doing other things. Like on the 4x4, you can do other things, but here the best thing to do is lines rather other things. And now, say I got it, and now once you get 3 lines, just solve white. You can do it any way you want, so it should be not that hard because you have so much free space when you solve the white center. At least when you solve yellow, there's a little hard about getting this without being unsolved. So make a line like you would. And now just turn, I got a white line, so I need to preserve it. And then once you get it enough, then just turn it like this, and then turn it 2 times, so then the white can be brought back like you would on a 4x4. Now you have to do the third line as well. So the third line, oh wait, and I realized white. So once you realize something is messed up, fix it back quickly. And then there's, on the 4x4 is the trick where you line it up at the same piece. So like this time I want to turn it like this, and then here line, and then same trick. You on the last line you can't do this because there's already no space left, so I'd rather you just do it like this, so then you can face it, turn it 2 times, bring it down. So then both white and yellow is gonna be solved. Now, like the 4x4, I'm gonna teach you blue, but you can do whatever you want. So blue, and then just find the next line. Now, once you find a blue line, make more blue lines. Like here, I have a blue line. But just keep making blue lines, and do not interfere with white and yellow like I told you with the 4x4. So when you do the inside colors, do not at all. Not even when you're trying to do something. Don't interfere, because then you might mess it up. Now, once you solve blue, do it with the rest. So I figured out the center's already here, so you can be a little more careful than usual. Like on the 4x4, there's a very high chance of getting it wrong. So now I can turn it so then this won't get messed up, and just send it back down. And now just solve orange. No, wait, you still have to solve the last layer of red. So just now all the best step is to just move it like this, bring it up, and move the middle layer back. So then now you can just solve this easier. Now move it in a way that then without blue is right now messed up, so I'll bring it down and get it back matched. So now you can just do the same trick. Well, I like it more on the right side, so then move it like this, U2, and bring it back down. Now here, there are a little more cases, but the best goal is just do line, 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 and line. So now I want to make a green line. So where do I put it? I want to put it right here to make a green line. Here, but that'll mess up this, so no. And then I want to try our best to make a line, so maybe I can do this. And this will be beautiful. Now just bring it down and then bring it up and then do the pattern, except this time you'll have to twist it 2 times instead of 1. And you just turn it, and bring it back. And then, now when you get even closer, do this where you can get even closer to getting it. And now, just bring it down and bring it like this. And then red will just be this. Now, keep doing it. And then when you get 2 like this, just watch out for a chance, like do this. To do this, this is like the 4x4, three pieces on the 4x4. You just get to do this, and then, but no, because this is on top of some things, which it'll make this. But if it's like this would be the best, because then it would be equally good. So now, the best thing to do is just find a way to do something like this, and re-highlighted it. I know it looks like there's no difference, but if you turn it, it looks like there's no difference. But do the same trick. Turn it to the top like this, move it down, and bring it down, but the red will be messed up. Do the same trick. And now, if it is done correctly, nope. So you'll need to do it again where you'll have to do the redo thing again. Keep doing it until at one point you'll get it where you can solve it very easily. I think this is the one. I'm not sure yet, but no, it's not. So just keep doing the algorithm, but if you get tired of it, just make a different move instead, just to try a different move instead. Now if you want to do it, just make this here, so then you're really close. Now just turn it, and now we're really close. Now the best step is just bring it like this, so you want to get this case, and you want to keep trying to bring the case back and forth until you can get this part of it where you can here's the part where I love, because then this is the place where you can solve the centers. Now just up, right, and down. If you want to see that one more time. When you get it correct, now if you get it wrong where it's like this, but then it'll only be correct, then that's wrong. But when it's only the one in this line and this, and it'll line up properly like this, it'll look like no differences are made, except green will be here. Do U prime and bring it down. Now, solving the edges, so red and green. Now we need to find red and green. So red and green, red and green. Now on the 5x5, the edges are a little harder. So we look for red and green, and here is red and green here. So we just do that like we would on the 4x4, and just move it like you would on a 4x4. It's just now this is 3-piece edge. Now here's orange and blue. Now I look for orange and blue. Here it is. Now I want to bring it down just so I can get this in. Now I figured out that this is lined and this is lined, and it's too close. And if I try doing it, it won't work, and it'll do that instead. So what I want to do is do the R, U prime, turn the cube right, and R again, and to get it perfect. So do the same move. And for me, I somehow got that this would be solved. Sometimes I'd much rather do this than do this, because this, you're still turning it the same way as all the others. So if you want to do it, just because you have to do it, you'll do this, turn it up, and do the same thing. No, but I did it wrong. I turned it the wrong way. But you need to get the centers back to the correct spot. Now let's do red and blue here, so because I only have 2 of none more. Now when you get it something like this, I figured out that you need to do it so that you can get this piece out, like jump it out, get it out like this. So that now the right piece is in and the wrong piece is out. And now you can make this one easier. Just do it, and yeah. And now you're almost done. And if you want to check in between if your centers are correct, you can check. So in my case, I'm correct because yellow, blue, right is red, so we're good. And then right again is green, and then right again is orange, and right again is, we're back at blue. So now let's find blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. We need to find it, so because blue and yellow is here, so this is not as easy as I thought. Usually you're able to just catch it, so it doesn't usually take that long. Okay, now I'd rather not you do this way, but do it this way, because you're doing it the same way as all the others. So now just bring this down, and if there's something, and do it with all the edges, so then you're gonna be closer to being done. So like this. And the edges are like the limit that tries to stop you, but then once you get past the edges, you're like, yes, because finally you get to go all the way to solving it like a 3x3, like the 4x4. So yellow and red, here it is, so, and do the same move so that you can get it and turn it. Something, and when you bring something down, bring something that's not solved. Like I accidentally brought something that was sort of solved. Yeah. If you get 2 of too many, then you will accidentally have to mess something up if you do that. So I'm not gonna make a 2, I'm gonna solve any 2 that I have. Here, red and blue, let's solve this because I have the 2 of it lined up perfectly, so. And see, in this case, I only have 1, but if you have none, you have to drag it up from somewhere. So, solve it like this, and then go up and bring it back down and just do the moving back. So now we have to solve it where we're almost done now. Now we just have this and this where we can easily solve it by doing like this and bring it up and just do it like that. Now we have 2 of light green and white. Now just solve it like you would, and we can do it with any because this has messed up and another mixed up weird piece. So now we have this still to mess up back, but for now, all we need to do is just try to solve everything. So here, we can solve something like orange and green because orange and green we have enough of. 2, so because we have 2, we don't want to waste this chance. But just first look everywhere. Oh, here's orange and green, and here's orange and green. Almost done. So now that I have none, I need to look for something. Oh, here. Wow, I didn't see that. So now just, because this is mixed up and this is not even in the pattern, now just solve it like you would. And then it's okay to mess this up. And now just, I think 3 more edges. But then The best one to do here would be orange because it has 2 already. So I have 4 here, I think. Yes, I do. And now I need to find something which is unsolved so we can bring it up and make it good. Now here, if we bring the middle through and then bring this down and like this. Now the best way of solving a middle, the edges, it's very fun when you get to have it first way, is having 2 of these mixed and this 2 solved and having it opposite. So having this and this like this and this like this. So you want to have opposite, this red and red go here and here, and then white, whatever the opposite color is, white, and then blue solved, and then like this. So you want to have this and then opposites here, and then this and solved here, and then do double D R F prime U R prime F double D prime. Now you're at a very fine place in solving the 5x5. Now just solve it like you would on a 3x3 because now you've almost finished it. So it's better to pretty much watch my 3x3 video, then do this, than rather trying to do this before my 3x3 video, because the 3x3 video will help before you try doing this. So just bring it down, keep doing it until you get the whole white solved. So just match it up and here, so it's on the bottom. On bigger cubes, on the 4x4 and 5x5, you rarely get pieces on the bottom for some reason. Just figure out that. Now solve the middle layer. In this case, the middle layer is 3 layers, so solve it like you would. Now keep the 3x3 and 4x4 would be good for helping you solve the middle layer. As you can see, if you want to see, this is yellow and green, correct? So we want to get the red and blue. Wait, we can't because the red and blue is stuck here, which we need to bring it out by putting this in the correct place. Now do this. Now this is red and blue. It's going to be red and green as soon as I finish the algorithm. Now we bring it up and out, and then now this is all brilliantly lined up, and then bring it down. And then, so we do it, keep doing it. I know it'll go out, but then when you finish it, it will be solved and all. And the 3x3, when you finish the middle layer, there should only be 1 layer left. So if you just do 1 layer for the middle layer, then the problem is there's no point for doing the edges then. So when you get this case is a case where you have to do F. The case on the 3x3 is 4 squares, and this. Another case is L, which L is way big. It's like these not covered. It's like this is an L, this is an L, this is an L, and this is an L. It's like this is 1 L for the 5x5. It's humongous. So now, if you get the L, we're gonna do it so that now we do F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And if you get the line, you do F. The line is 3 whole layers. And the fish is like, the cross is 3 layers like this. And then a corner is the fish. Double fish is the cross and 2 opposites. And the third one is 2 like this. And if you don't get one of those cases, it's one of these weird cases where I don't think it's not a very often case, or it doesn't even exist. So I got the fish, the best case to solve yellow. And then when you get here, point the fish down wherever the corner is, move your thumbs, and whichever thing is yellow here. So then do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and that'll solve it. Otherwise, if you get another position like this, where when you move your thumbs, it's on the left thumb, you do L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L, U2, L. And now you're really close. Just find one of these. On the 3x3, it just looks like this with just one in the middle. Now we want to get the corners matter the most. So inside, we face it on the back and do R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2, U prime. And now, wait, where it happened? So if something happened like it didn't solve, do it again, face it to the back and do R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And now you should have all. And now you just need to move this here. Now you should have it like a clock. These three are 12, 3, 6, 9. And then whichever side is solved, it's 12. If whichever side is 12, whichever side is solved is 12. And whichever side is 12, face it to the back. And let's see if it goes clockwise. 3, 6, 9. So let's see. Red goes here, blue goes here. That's correct. So now we do the clockwise algorithm. R2, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R prime. And that'll solve it. But there's this one case where you get this, where it goes 3, 6, 9. Well, blue doesn't go here and green doesn't go here, so that means it'll go counterclockwise. We'll do that same algorithm. U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R prime, and do it one more time. And if you have watched, you have solved it, and if you watched my 4x4 video, you know there's a PLL on the 4x4. Well, on the 5x5, you must be glad because there is no PLL, but there is still OLL where it's like this. And so it's a weird case in the edges when you have it like this, and when you get into the edges, and if you not accidentally, but if you get one edge, only one edge, it can count only one edge. But if it has one edge which is not solved like this, then leave it and wait for it and do it as the last side or whatever side you want it to be. So say I want to do blue as white or blue as the first side and do this in the middle layer. And then at the end, you do little r goes down, U2, little l goes down, F2, little l goes up, F2, little r goes down 2 times, U2, up, U2 down, U2, F2, little r 2 times, and F2. Thanks for watching. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.